morning, everybody. Beautiful morning. On a serious note, for this part, I know it's been said a million times, not to lecture anybody or stuff like that, just more of a, how can I put it, a PSA. Regarding gear. I'm the last person that's going to sit there and, you know, showing up for rides or whatever. I'm the last person that's going to lecture somebody for what gear they're using or not being in gear, stuff like that. But I will stress this, you know, if you're just riding around town, like cruising, you're not being a hoonigan, just, you know, you're going from point A to point B, you're going to get an ice cream. I'm just using ice cream as an example because I'm a fatty and I like ice cream. You know, in that situation, okay, you know, you don't have to go and throw on full gear. I myself, this is my second year riding, and I didn't even have Kevlar jeans up until, you know, 2 weeks ago. I do have leathers, though, that I would wear. Put it this way, if I'm just out riding by myself during the week, stuff like that, regardless of how warm it is, well, unless it's really cold, I'll put my leathers on. But if it's warm during the week and I'm just out riding by myself, kind of like one of these, I'm going to be in my Kevlar pants, just for, you know, comfort reasons. That's pretty much it. Even myself, I only started doing it is pretty much anytime I meet up for, oh, that was a bigger bump than I was expecting. Anytime I meet up for group rides with the gang, you know, the guys that I ride with more regularly, I know that there's chances are that I'm going to push myself not beyond my, you know, not beyond what I'm comfortable with and my, you know, my limits, but I'm going to push myself to be a little bit more aggressive when I ride. I'm not condoning, you know, riding and being an asshole and doing stupid things. Don't get me wrong. You know, we all have bike. You know, anybody that has a bike, especially if it's a, you know, a sport bike, chances are it's not all on the up and up. Not saying they're being complete retards, but you know, you're more likely to push a limit, like said, you know, and that was by no means, you know, pushing a limit, other than the fact that it's two solid lines. Anyways, so back to the jeans. So this past weekend, we went on a group ride. I believe it was on Sunday. Anyways, so a guy showed up, you know, no gear. You know, he had gloves and a helmet. That's about it. You know, he was wearing a sweater and jeans. Anyways, so we were going to Lac Simon or Duhamel. It's a pretty well-known area because the roads are immaculate for riding. Like, it's lots of curves and twists and stuff like that. It makes for a really nice ride. So we got up there, no problem. You know, everything was good. And on our drive back, we actually had, I won't go into full details. Anyways, the guy ended up taking the bush. Of course, it was said guy with not wearing any gear. Now, so we found out afterwards, you know, he had to be taken away in an ambulance, all that stuff. So it kind of puts a dampener on the rest of the day, because, you know, people aren't going to push as much now that they've seen one of their, you know, friends end up off in the bush and stuff like that, which is, you know, totally understandable. It really puts things into perspective when you see somebody that you know personally, you know, end up off in the bush and you're calling 911. We found out afterwards that the guy has 6 fractured vertebrae, which is, needless to say, not awesome. Do I think having full gear would have protected him from his injuries? No, but it might have helped mitigate it a bit better. You know, the guy was super lucky, like no road rash. Well, as far as I've heard, like very little to no road rash. Like, you know, like he got off pretty, I'll say lucky, lightly, because there was nothing lucky or nice about it. Just all considering the fact that he could have, you know, taken out a bunch of trees, or, you know, he could have been taken out by a bunch of trees. Now I'm just hoping that nobody ever has to do, you know, nobody that I know that motovlogs or does videos ends up having to do a video like this for myself. Like I said, wear your gear, guys. If you know you're gonna push it, show up in full leather. Like I said, I'm not saying that it would have saved him, but you know, maybe he'd only have two instead of 6 if it had been, if you had been wearing a jacket with a back protector instead. Oh fuck, this road is actually really bumpy. Like, even myself, I don't even consider myself having full gear. You know, I'm wearing ankle high riding shoes, I'm wearing Kevlar jeans. But, you know, I'm always wearing gloves, I'm always wearing my leather jacket. So I won't beat the subject to death. Chances are I probably won't make it. I won't say never, because never is a big word, but you know, it would have to be very specific reason if I make another video about wearing